Have you ever stopped to wonder, when your child grows up, what will they truly remember about you? Will it be the expensive gifts you worked so hard to buy, or the way your eyes softened when they told you something important? Think about it. Because toys break, clothes fade, but the way you made them feel will live inside them for the rest of their lives. Memories are not built from price tags, but from presence. One day, the sound of little feet running through the hallway will fade. The chaos of toys scattered across the floor will disappear. The walls that once echoed with laughter and tiny voices will grow quieter. And in that silence, what will remain is the invisible mark you've left on their heart, the values, the emotions, and the lessons you may have taught without even realizing it. Those are the real treasures you pass on. Today, I want to take you on a different kind of journey, one that goes beyond parenting advice and rules. We will explore the 5 life lessons children carry with them forever. Some of them you may already be teaching without noticing. Others you might be missing without meaning to. If this topic touches you, like this video, subscribe, and stay until the end, or just listen while you go about your day. But whatever you do, don't miss what comes next. What stays in a child's memory. This is not a video about parenting manuals, strict discipline, or educational checklists. It's about something quieter, yet far more powerful. The moments you may not even realize are shaping your child for life. The way you listen when they talk. The way you look at them when they walk into the room. The way you hold space for them when they're sad. These are the seeds that grow into the values and beliefs they will carry forever. You don't have to be the perfect parent. In fact, trying to be perfect can make you feel distant, unapproachable, and cold. What your child needs most is not a flawless role model, but a human one. Someone who shows up with presence, honesty, and warmth. They learn from how you handle joy, how you manage frustration, and how you recover from mistakes. These everyday moments are teaching them far more than any lecture ever could. In this journey together, we will explore 5 lessons that children hold closest to their hearts. Unconditional love, respect, resilience, gratitude, and authenticity. Each will be brought to life with real stories, relatable examples, and analogies that will allow you to see yourself within them. And as we start with the first, unconditional love, you might discover it's not just a warm feeling, but the very foundation that allows every other lesson to grow. Lesson 1. Unconditional love is the ground. They walk on. There's a kind of love that doesn't depend on grades, achievements, or good behavior. It's the kind that says, you are mine, and you belong here no matter what. I remember a father telling me about the day his teenage son made a serious mistake. The boy was sure he would be met with anger and punishment. Instead, his father pulled him close, held him tightly, and said, "We'll get through this together." That moment built a trust stronger than any rule could. Unconditional love is like the ground under their feet, always there, always steady, no matter how many times they fall. When a child grows up knowing this ground will catch them, they walk through life with a quiet, unshakable confidence. They don't constantly fear losing your approval. They know they are loved for who they are, not for what they do. This kind of love doesn't make them weak. It gives them the courage to take risks, knowing home is a safe place to land. But unconditional love is not the same as approving every action. It means loving the person, even when you correct the behavior. When they feel secure in your love, discipline becomes guidance instead of rejection. And here's the beautiful part. When this love is consistent, it naturally opens the door to the next vital lesson. Because how you love them will teach them exactly how to treat others, with respect. Lesson 2. Respect. The model they follow. One of the most powerful ways children learn is by watching. They notice how you speak to them, how you treat the cashier at the store, how you react when someone interrupts you. I remember a mother telling me she once stopped everything she was doing just to listen to her son describe a drawing. She didn't rush him, didn't correct him, she simply listened. That single act taught him that his voice mattered more than her to-do list. Respect is like a mirror. What you reflect will always come back to you. If you consistently treat your child with dignity, they will carry that same habit into every relationship they have. But if you cut them off mid-sentence, belittle their ideas, or ignore their feelings, they will learn that this is how people communicate. And they might repeat that pattern without even knowing it. Your behavior is writing the script they will follow. The truth is, children absorb respect far more through what you demonstrate than through any lecture you give. When you value their opinions, even when they sound small or silly, you're building their sense of worth. And here's the interesting part. This quiet lesson in respect lays the foundation for something even more essential. The ability to stand back up when life knocks them down. That's where the next lesson begins. Lesson 3. Resilience. How to get back up. After falling, life will knock your child down. That's not a possibility. It's a certainty. What matters is whether they learn to stay down or to rise again. I once knew a father who lost his job unexpectedly. Instead of hiding his struggle, he shared the journey with his kids. They saw him send out resumes, face rejections, and keep going anyway. Without a single lecture, he was showing them what resilience looks like in the real world. Resilience is like a spring. The more it's pressed down, the stronger it pushes back. Children who see resilience in action learn that setbacks are not failures. They're stepping stones. They stop fearing mistakes because they understand mistakes are not the end. They learn that courage isn't the absence of fear, but the decision to keep moving despite it. And once they see this modeled, they start to believe they can survive their own storms. But resilience is not something you can hand them like a gift. It's something you demonstrate every single day. They watch how you react when plans fall apart, when bills pile up, when life doesn't go your way. And it's in those moments that you're giving them an unspoken lesson they will carry forever. This unshakable ability to keep going naturally opens their heart to see the bright spots in the middle of hard times, and that's where gratitude comes in. Lesson 4, gratitude, the lens that changes the world. Some of the happiest adults I know didn't grow up surrounded by wealth. They grew up surrounded by gratitude. I remember visiting a friend whose family celebrated the smallest victories, a home-cooked meal, a good laugh at the dinner table, even just making it through a tough week. Her parents didn't wait for grand moments to be thankful. They taught her that every day had something worth noticing. That habit became part of her way of seeing the world. Gratitude is like a lantern. It lights up even the darkest corners. When children watch you pause to appreciate a sunset, a kind gesture from a neighbor, or even a simple family dinner, they learn that happiness isn't about having more, it's about seeing more. This perspective turns them into adults who can find joy in the middle of difficulty, who don't take blessings for granted, and who carry a quiet contentment that others can feel. The way you respond to life's blessings and challenges teaches them how to respond to their own. If you constantly focus on what's missing, they will too. But if you live in a way that sees beauty in the ordinary, they'll carry that same gift with them. And here's where it gets interesting. When gratitude becomes natural, it gives them the courage to live more honestly. That's when authenticity starts to take root. Lesson 5, authenticity, the courage to be yourself. One of the greatest gifts you can give your child is permission to be themselves. I remember a mother whose daughter loved wearing mismatched clothes and singing loudly in the grocery store. Instead of silencing her, the mother encouraged her freedom of expression. That little girl grew into a confident young woman who wasn't afraid to speak her mind. Children learn authenticity not by being told to be themselves, but by seeing you live it without apology. Authenticity is like a fingerprint, unique, impossible to duplicate. When children grow up in an environment where being genuine is celebrated, they don't feel the need to wear masks to be accepted. They learn that they don't have to shrink or pretend in order to belong. This doesn't just make them happier, it also makes them stronger, because they're anchored in who they are, not in who others expect them to be. But authenticity isn't about rebellion or ignoring wisdom. It's about aligning your life with your true values. When they see you making decisions that match your beliefs, even when it's the harder path, you're teaching them that integrity is worth the cost. And the beauty is, all these lessons, love, respect, resilience, gratitude, and authenticity, weave together into something far greater than the sum of their parts, the legacy you'll leave behind. Conclusion, the true legacy. In the end, it's not the toys, the vacations, or the expensive gifts that live on in your child's heart. It's the way you made them feel safe when they were afraid, the way you listened without rushing, the way you hugged them like they were the most important person in the world. These small, consistent gestures become the emotional foundation they'll stand on for the rest of their lives. That's the real inheritance, one no amount of money can match. Every smile you give, every moment you choose to be present, every example you set is building their inner world. You're not just raising a child, you're planting values that will grow long after you're gone. Love, respect, resilience, gratitude, authenticity, these are seeds that bloom into strong, compassionate adults. And one day, when they're guiding their own children, they'll pass down the same lessons you quietly lived in front of them. So the question isn't just, what will my children remember about me? The question is, what will they carry forward because of me? Because your daily actions are writing their future story. And that story, the one they'll live and pass down, is the true legacy you're leaving. Now, here's the part where your role in shaping that story continues into their tomorrow. CTA, Invitation for Reflection and Next Video. Take a moment and think about it. Which of these 5 lessons did you most receive from your own parents? Was it the unwavering love that gave you strength, the respect that made you feel valued, the resilience to rise after a fall, the gratitude that brightened your days, or the authenticity to walk your own path? Reflecting on this is more than nostalgia. It's a mirror that shows what you may already be passing on to your own children. Now ask yourself, which of these lessons do you still want to teach more intentionally? The beauty is, it's never too late to start. Every conversation, every choice, every shared moment can become a powerful example. And you might be surprised. Sometimes, the smallest, simplest gestures have the deepest, most lasting impact. If this message spoke to you, leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Let's learn from each other's experiences and wisdom. And if you want to keep reflecting and growing alongside this community, hit the like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next video, where we'll go even deeper into the lessons that shape the lives of those we love most.